If your Google ads are getting a lot of clicks but no conversions, when it comes to achieving a higher conversion rate, the headlines of your landing page is almost always the first thing I look at because, in my opinion, it's the most important factor in determining how well your landing page is actually going to convert. And in today's video, we'll walk you through some real examples of the headlines that we use on the landing pages that we're running in the campaigns that we're running, so you can plug them into your own campaigns and get much higher conversion rates than you were previously getting on your landing pages. Now we're just inside a landing page template here, and firstly, to break down why the headline of your landing page is so important is because it's the first thing that anyone will see when they land on your landing page. You want to have it in big bold writing like this, and it will be the first thing that gets their attention, and is also the first thing that will determine if they even bother staying on your landing page to see more, or if they just bounce off the page straight away. So we really want to make sure we have effective headlines on our landing pages if we want the highest conversion rates possible for our campaigns. And it's really important to have good quality headlines from a quality perspective inside Google Ads as well, because if they see that you have a headline that is not relevant to the keywords and ads of that ad group, it will reduce your landing page experience, which is one of the three factors that go into determining your overall quality score. So we'll touch on that as well, but making sure you have highly relevant landing page headlines is really important for Google to know how well people actually resonate with your landing page, because they always want to be giving their users the best user experience possible. And if they think your competitors' landing pages are better than yours, then they're going to be more incentivized to show their ads over yours, because Google want people to keep coming back to Google and clicking on more ads. So they always want to make sure the ads that they're putting in front of people are highly relevant to actually what they're looking for. And that's the first thing I always recommend including in the headline of your landing page, the actual problem that your service solves. In other words, having keyword focus, and you also want your headline to match up with the ad copy of that ad group as well. So you can see here, for example, that this headline here says artificial grass installation. And so if this headline were to make sense for a campaign that you're running, you would do so because the ad that you have here for artificial grass installation and the keywords of that ad group are all highly aligned with that landing page headline. So that's the most important thing to mention about your landing page headline, is that you want to have keyword focus in there so that if somebody clicks on an ad that says artificial grass installation, for example, that your landing page headline clearly highlights that that's what you offer. So you want to make the user feel like they're in the right place straight away when they land on your landing page. Next part I recommend having included in your landing page headline as well is a clear benefit. So for example, here in this landing page template that we have, we have affordable and reliable mentioned here. But depending on the service that you offer, this is a very generic benefit. But if you're offering a really specific service, then you might have more specific benefits that make more sense for the service that you're offering. So you can get creative here and include a clear benefit of why they would choose you along with your keyword focus. But the key to this is really just not using any complicated or confusing language. Any wording that you use in your landing page headline, you want to make it as easy as possible to understand. And in a lot of cases, affordable and reliable, you make it really clear why they should choose us. And in a lot of cases, a headline like this would work really well. But if you can think of any more specific benefits that would be worth adding, as long as you keep the wording simple and easy to understand, then it's also worth adding in. Lastly, then as well, we have near you. But what performs even better is that if you're targeting a specific area for your campaign, is that you can just mention that area. So if somebody's looking up artificial grass installation and then they see in a headline that says affordable and reliable artificial grass installation in their specific area, then they'll be even more reinforced that they're in the right place, because not only does this company do what I'm looking for, but they also do so in the location that I'm based in. So the three key elements I always recommend having in a high converting landing page headline is your keyword focus, first of all. So that's the service that you offer. And to decide what you want to put here, you want to look at the keywords and ad copy of that ad group to determine what actually makes most sense so that there's clear alignment from the beginning, from your keyword to your ad to your landing page. Next, you want to include one or two benefits of why they would choose you. So as you can see here, we have affordable and reliable, but you can put anything here that makes sense for what you offer. And then you can have in location, or else if you're targeting a wider area that includes a lot of locations, then near you also works fine. And as mentioned as well, What you do not want to do is try and sound fancy with your headline. You just want to make it extremely clear what you offer and what's in it for them if they fill out the form or call you directly, because that's the objective of what we're actually trying to do with our landing page in the first place. And now, because the headline is the largest determining factor in how well your landing page is going to convert, when you have your landing page and you've been running your Google Ads for a while and you have a significant amount of data, what you can start doing is A/B testing your landing pages, which I have a separate video on as well, which I'll leave the link to above if you'd like to check it out. But what I recommend doing is running a 50-50 split test where half the traffic gets sent to one variation of the landing page and the other half goes to the other. And the only difference in each is your headline. And in each variation of the headline, you can keep your keyword focus parts the same. So you always want to make the user feel like they're in the right place by showing that you identify the problem. But what you can do to see what might resonate better than before is changing around the benefits part, or you could swap around near you, for example, with in location. And you can always just see which variation of the headline performs best. And you will notice that one variation of the landing page might have a much better conversion rate than the other. And that's how you continuously optimize to keep improving your conversion rate over time. And just to mention on offer as well, even though that's not the topic of the video, you also want to pay close attention to your sub headline or offer that you have underneath, because if you have a really strong offer, then that's really going to go a long way in helping increase your conversion rate along with your headline. So, for example, you could have a percentage off as this template has. You could change this to artificial grass services so it's actually relevant to the headline itself. But you don't always have to just offer percentage discounts. You can try and be creative with this. And you might offer, for example, a free inspection or a free no obligation consultation and quote. It completely varies as well depending on the service that you're offering. But having a strong offer directly underneath the headline will massively assist in the success of your actual headline on the landing page. And the key to having a good offer is what would make the customer feel like it's an absolute no brainer to fill out the form and get a quote. So, if for example, you could even have an offer, for example, get a free no obligation consultation and quote, so they know at the very least that they can get a free consult and quote with no obligation to proceed. So we're not trying to make the sale here on the landing page, but only for the user to take the next micro commitment. So the offer is really going to accelerate how well your landing page performs. But as we mentioned as well, the most important thing when it comes to Google liking your headlines and showing your ads more often, and more importantly for you, increasing your actual conversion rates, is making sure your landing page headlines are clearly aligned with the keywords and ad copy of that ad group, as we showed you with the artificial grass installation ad group inside Google Ads. Now, I hope this video helped and just gave you some clarity on how you can improve the conversion rates of your landing pages by having fully optimized headlines. And if you do have any questions at all about anything we mentioned inside this video, feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you are a service-based business looking to further refine your own campaigns, feel free to have a look down below in the description. And if you do like this Google Ads related content as well, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as we'll be posting all things related to Google Ads here daily. And hopefully we'll see you inside the next video.